Good morning, fellow speakers, fellow Rotarians, and members of the audience. I'm contestant number 1, and I have come here today to talk to you about what I believe to be the most important problem of my generation and yours. I would like everyone to picture his or her favorite place at your favorite time of year, whether that's a beach in mid-July, the snowy hills of December, an Easter egg hunt in April, or a pumpkin patch in October, Allow yourself to fall into the nature and beauty that surrounds you. Now imagine that you come here just 1 year later and you see the tracks that a bulldozer has left, and you smell the exhaust from the factory that is now erect at the place where you once lied. So I've come here today to talk to you about the fall of our environment. And while I could stand up here all day and spit out statistics about denitrification in our oceans and carbon dioxide buildup in our atmosphere, that's not the plan. Today, my goal is to get you to understand how the fall of our environment affects you on a personal level. So we can think about this in terms of the 4-way Rotarian test. First, is it the truth? Well, the way to tell the truth on such a controversial topic like this is to look at change. Coral reef populations, which are marine organisms highly susceptible to temperature changes in water, have experienced a 70% disappearance rate since 1998. 70%. My first reaction when I heard this statistic was, a 70%, that's a D. And if things are disappearing at a D rate, that's not that bad, right? But then I thought it in terms of human population. The current human population is 7 billion. 70% of 7 billion is 4.9 billion. 4.9 billion people gone at the rate of coral reef disappearance. Even so, coral reefs don't really affect me, and they don't really affect you, so why does it matter, right? Okay, so then let's talk about trees. Trees are important. They provide you with the oxygen you breathe, and in my professional opinion, that's kind of important, right? So, trees are important. Forests are important. Well, deforestation across our globe has experienced a 50% disappearance rate since 1989. 50%. That's half. 1 in 2. Say goodbye to the person to your left or right, because that is the rate of deforestation across our globe. So, what is the conclusion to draw from this? Well, it is unfortunate, but yes, it is true. Next, is it fair? Well, I think the answer is fairly simple, in which case you can answer this question on your own. Those of you who had the opportunity to see the world back when there were 70% more coral reefs and 2 times as many forests. Those of us, the current generation, who have seen more concrete jungles than real ones, and those of the future generation, who will not know the difference between the city and the country. You can tell me, is it fair? Next, will it bring goodwill and better friendships? Well, I don't see how goodwill and better friendships can thrive in a place where people have to fight. Fight for natural resources like food, water, shelter, air, as our Earth continues in a downward spiral. I don't know if you heard me, I said air. According to the Arbor Day Foundation, 1 tree produces enough oxygen for 10 people in 1 year. Multiply that by the lifespan of a tree, which is about 40 to 140 years, and your results are astronomical. So, plant a tree. Encourage your neighbors to plant trees. Only through this solution can we bring goodwill and better friendships. Finally, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Well, let's look at what we have. We have a planet that has fallen to selfish, live-in-the-moment people who have no regard for our generation, for future generations, for all of the natural resources that we have on the Earth. But we can help it. We can bring benefits to all concerned. If we just change a little part of our lifestyle. What does this mean? Well, if you just move your pudding cups from the garbage can to the recycling bin so that you don't contribute non-biodegradable waste to landfills to deteriorate our ozone. If you simply refill your water bottle in that little refillable water thing out there, that's really helpful. If you just do that so that you don't dig into the earth for extra petroleum that wouldn't be necessary. If you simply unplug a wire from the wall when you're not using it, so you don't harness unnecessary electricity, you can make a difference. A drop in the ocean can make a wave. And maybe one day soon, we'll see blue oceans again. And maybe one day soon, we'll see a green continent again. Thank you so much for your time and attention.